There are certain times in life where you just can't help but feel anxious. I'll give you a few examples. Your first date, the first time, or maybe every time you have to merge onto the highway, moments leading up to an important job interview, or signing your name on the dotted line for a mortgage. Are you with me? That, my friend, is a normal part of life. But what if you experience anxiety on a regular basis or in ways that interfere with your daily life? I'm Kris Henderson with MyAnxietyLink.com. And what I just described is you might be suffering from one of the many types of anxiety disorders. There are several different types, such as generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, phobias, or panic disorders, just to name a few. But for today's sake, I would like to focus on panic disorder. Panic disorder is characterized by unexpected and repeated incidents of intense fear, along with physical symptoms that may include heart palpitations, chest pain, sweating, shortness of breath. The list goes on and on. A lot of times, these frightening sensations lead the individual to believe that they're experiencing a heart attack or some other life threatening emergency. Did you know that millions of people visit the emergency room every year because of their physical symptoms? Only to be told that there's nothing wrong with them physically, but what they're experiencing is a panic attack. As a result, the diagnosis of a panic disorder is all too often not made until exhaustive, costly medical procedures have been taken place. So, what is a panic attack? A panic attack is characterized by a sudden, gripping fear that triggers severe physical reactions. The scary physical symptoms leads one to believe a lot of times that they're having a medical emergency, even though there is no real danger or apparent cause. A panic attack can occur during a calm state or in an anxious state, and they can be terrifying. Let me tell you about someone. We'll call her Stacy. Stacy will never forget her first panic attack. She had been looking forward to the end of a very busy week when she could finally sit down and crack open a book that she bought. So, with the whole house to herself, she settled down in her comfy chair, her mug of steaming hot coffee, and she prepared to lose herself in the hours of just reading the book. But after a couple minutes, like a brief whisper, she noticed a flutter in her chest but kept reading. Suddenly, a tingling feeling started in her head. That got her attention. It seemed all at once she was aware of other odd sensations washing over her. She felt slightly nauseous, her heart was racing, and her hands were trembling, and she felt a little lightheaded. As fear rose up in her throat, she wondered if she was having a stroke or a heart attack. It seemed that all of these sensations were building in intensity. She vacillated between being in denial that anything was wrong or whether she should call 911. And after about 10 minutes, she was shaken but was kind of feeling normal again. Many people can have one or two panic attacks in their lifetime during stressful and even calm times, and the problem typically will go away. But if an individual keeps experiencing them repeatedly and lives in fear about when or where their next attack might happen, that is indicative of a panic disorder. While a panic attack starts in the mind, the physical symptoms are all too real. They typically include some signs or symptoms like an impending doom or danger, or a feeling of loss of control or death, or heart palpitations or pounding heart. You can either even feel like you're trembling or shaking or shortness of breath, or maybe you feel a little nauseous or dizzy. There's just a lot of different sensations that you can feel, like it's a feeling of detachment almost. And although individuals dealing with anxiety may often experience some of these physical symptoms, those having a panic attack will notice a difference in the intensity and duration of the symptoms. Panic attacks generally reach their peak level of intensity in about 10 minutes or so, and then usually begin to subside. It is because of the intensity of the symptoms and their tendency to imitate life threatening issues that is so frightening to those experiencing a panic attack. The causes of panic disorder are not clearly understood. However, research has shown that genetics, other biological factors, stressful life events, as well as our thought process that exaggerate relatively normal bodily reactions could play a role in the disorder. Because the symptoms of a panic attack can mimic those of other illnesses, it's best to talk to your doctor about your symptoms first. And after ruling out any unrelated physical problems causing the symptoms, you can then take the steps to address the actual panic attacks. Panic disorder is usually treated with good coaching, medication, or both. A type of coaching may use an approach called cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. And CBT can help you change your way of thinking, behaving, and reacting to the feelings you experience when a panic attack wants to rear its ugly head. Knowing how to react differently to the physical sensations of anxiety and fear that wants to rise up during a panic attack will be extremely helpful. Symptoms of a panic attack can be quite overwhelming and frightening. However, the good news that I leave you with today is that it can be managed and improved with my help. Seeking guidance is the most important part of reducing negative patterns and improving your quality of life. If you think or know you are struggling with panic disorders and want to gain the upper hand, click below to book your call with me. I'll look forward to hearing from you.